Hi, this is Null Inquisitor, and today's topic will be about RPG style. And I did a little bit of thinking about RPG style because of DBJ's latest video about the topic. DBJ did a personal, very personal classification about styles in role playing games. You should check him out. I'm gonna put the link just below this clip. So, watching him last night after the Oscars ceremonies, Birdman win, awesome. Uh, I felt compelled to do a video about the topic of RPG style because what is brought to the discussion conflicts with two things about RPG: intention, what the GNS theory called agenda, and style, proper style. Also, when he talked a little bit about simulationist, I cringed a little. I'm a well-known GURPS game master, and I have called myself a simulationist at several occasions. But what he said about uh, the act or the style of simulation was dissonant to my ears, uh, not because his point of view is wrong, absolutely not. It's just because it doesn't sound like something I practice. And if I put on the simulationist hat for just a minute, it forced me to think about what he just said and revise what I know about RPG theory. But mainly it's about a, a, a dichotomy between intention and style, and it kind of blended together. And I had to revisit this topic. I did a video about RPG style, my RPG style, a while back when it was sujet du jour. Various community members just asked, "What is your role playing style?" And it ended up being one of the most personal video I did because I just talked about myself and what I like and how I do things. So let me frame this topic with a question first. How many martial arts style exist, or how many ways to go about fighting exist? When talking about a style in combat, you soon need to talk about systems: karate, judo, aikido, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, the current popular one, penjak silat, Krav Maga, or even the French savate. All of these are systems or ways to go about a combat in the physical world. Even fictitious universe such as Star Wars and Star Trek, even Stargate, every IP that start with stars have fictitious combat style. There is many ways to go about the lightsaber. You can use your anger, you can adapt this stance and that stance. They developed a whole system devoted to force user and their lightsaber to combat. So what does it says if we can have fictitious style? What does it says about styles? What it is? So there is a million ways to throw a punch or a kick. But I believe there is very few intention why you would need to punch. So this is why I'm bringing this video to clarify maybe. And if this video is anything, it's a video for myself to remind me of the difference between the intention and what is style. As a practicing professional artist, I have to deal with style very often, and the intention is always like the same in my work, or like convey a good story, or bring a beautiful image to the eyes, or set the scene. Those are very simple intention, but how you go about it, yeah. So when talking about RPG style, role-playing game style, I think we need to open up to infinity, because style is how you go about things. It's the things you do in the physical world when you play a role-playing game. It's how you talk. It's how you use the rule. It's how you roll the die, use the dice, or it's how you portray your character. According to the GNS theory, narration, simulation, and game are three different agendas that a player may have. Three broad intentions. And these are not styles. They are intention, what you want to experience in the game, what the game will be to you. As a complete gamer, maybe you have all these covered. Maybe you want the game to be a simulation, a narration, and also a game. Maybe you want all of them. Maybe you're the complete gamer. But broadly, these are defined as, by this theory, you can go check it under GNS Theory on Wikipedia or internet or Google. You will find it. So according to this theory, intentions are very simple about the game. Do you want the game to be a story? Do you want the game to be the simulation of something else, not necessarily reality? Or do you want the game to be a game, just a game? If I continue my martial art analogy just for a second, intention in combat are generally threefold. You either want to defend or control your opponent, so we could call this defending. You either want to neutralize or kill your opponent, that's the deadly lethal martial art, such as Penchak-Salat or the cinematic ninjutsu. Or third, performance, stage fight. Do you want it to look good on camera or on screen? Broadly, these are intention when you're fighting. But what you are about, how you go about these three intentions will vary to infinity. You may open with a kung fu stance and then grapple the guy to shock him, to try to surprise him, and then bring him to the ground, and suddenly you discover that you are a ground fighter. And all the flashy move you did before was just for flash. And in fact, you are a very strong guy and you're a grappler. And this was your trick. And now he's on the ground and he's your bitch. So I'm not a fighter myself. I study martial art a long time ago, but I still have many books about the subject, so the comparison analogy was easy to make. So now, um, immersive style. If I take immersion style, I think DBJ's is a immersive guy. He played in a lot of within the Ring of Fire game. So I don't want to tag him as an immersive guy because it's just a style for me. It's just a way of doing things. So, for example, you could play within the Ring of Fire immersive style. The game encourages you to do this. But your intention about the game could be to have a good story. What it is like to be this character. What it is like to be in his shoe. Or your intention could be, and you're still doing the immersive style stuff, your intention could be simulation. What it is to be, what it is like to live in this world. What it is to actually be there in this universe. Not not giving any attention to story beats like this is the antagonist, this is the enemy. If you're focusing just on what's happening now, it's a simulation. So immersive style is not an intention, it's a style, it's a way of doing the game. So the same could be said about acting, painting, sports, even. So talking about style, we definitely need to talk about the game we use. What result they produce, why, and keep exploring different style by playing new games, by playing differently. It's an appeal that was done lately by Runeslingers, and I will try to have his video link below also. But it's a good appeal. The appeal is have no style. Study all the styles of play. Personally, I think that classifying yourself as a practitioner of this style over that style and this discourse can bring division amongst players, among gamers on the internet, and it can calcify their position. Lately, I was on the YouTube, Facebook page. The name is too long. We need to change it. It's RPG Brigade Facebook page. It's already too long. I often go these days read some discussion, and there is always those same person who don't answer the question at hand, who does not answer the discussion that was made in the first by the first person asking a question, and already flagging their taste. I will never play a game with a D20 in it. I will never play in a game that use an economy system for stat. I will never play did that. People need to open up a little bit, maybe. People need to talk about their preference. But camping in your trench guarding your values is it's another topic altogether. So this video is my refresher on RPG style. It's also a little bit an appeal when you talk about RPG style. In my opinion, you have to remember yourself that you are talking about personal preference, about how you go about your game. And it's very hard to be academic about infinity and preference. Even professional wine taster will sometime taste a super old wine and will classify it as bad, or they will miss the point altogether. They will drink wine from the convenience store or the 7-Eleven, and they will think it's a Chateaubriand or 1972. They will miss the point altogether because their taste, their experience in the moment will not. It's not a reference. It's a relativistic experience, you know. So yeah. So in conclusion, if you want to talk about your RPG style, you should talk about what you like in a game, what a particular game you play brings to the table. Within the Ring of Fire is excellent to bring the immersion of character. But you can do immersive style with other game too. But it will never change your intention. What do you want from it? What do you want from this experience? Is it a good story? Or is it that you want to live in this world for a while? So thanks for watching. It's been really too long, and I've been rambling, and I'm sorry if I said some stuff about yeah, intention and style, very different things for me. And thanks for watching.